So I had a viewer ask, does the powder drop, as you can see here in the background, also flare the case? And if so, explain all the parts that are needed for that. So short answer is it can. I don't have mine set up that way. I'm going to show you how I have mine set up. So with my setup here, the first station is actually an expanding die. I actually size, prime, and wet tumble all the brass before it even come into the press for loading. This particular expander die is a Redding, I believe that says number 1. It's basically their premium case mouth expanding die. And what that does is it has 2 steps. So the first step goes down in the case and opens the case up a couple thousandths under your bullet diameter. And the second stage on the top actually forms a bell and lets you easily start a bullet in the top of that case. In order to make the loading process more smooth, I choose to expand separate from the actual powder charge. If you look up underneath, right here, you can see the expander die over here on this side with its plug that goes down in the case, and the powder measure simply has just a tapered floating sleeve, and this gives you a lot smoother of operation. Now, Hornady does make for this powder measure, I believe they're called their PTX expander mandrels, but basically that's a powder through expander, and you can actually expand and flare the mouth of the case on the same stroke as you're actually depositing your powder. However, I don't do that because it does tend to basically give more of a jerky operation to running the press, which in all honesty is the reason why I got rid of the Dillon powder measure and switched over to this Hornady rotary design. And this is just a little bit of what it looks like in operation. That drum is quite smooth. And operates rather nicely. So to recap that answer for you, it can flare the case, but you're going to need Hornady's PTX expander, powder through expander, to actually go in the powder die here on the bottom, or you can expand it in a separate step like I do here with that Redding expander die. Hope this helps, and happy reloading.